Hey everyone, and welcome back to another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video. My name is DFree here. Today we're going to be showing off the Extreme Z Awakening for the Fusion Zamasu that's been in the game for quite some time. I hope you guys enjoy. Hit that subscribe if you're new for more content, as well as the notifications so you don't miss anything we upload here on the channel. Also, with this video, I will be debuting a brand new style, so let me know how you guys feel about it, in which I show you guys a little bit more of the information you guys are looking for and less of the kind of like, you know, the ways of the game works. I'm just going to cut some of that stuff out. You'll figure it out as the video goes on. Anyway, so let's start off by going through a brief breakdown for the changes for this guy. Extreme class, leader skill, 3 key, and 100% to all stats now. His super attack now does immense damage to the enemy and greatly lowers the enemy's defense and raises extreme class allies' attack by 30% for 1 turn. Passive now is super class enemies lose 20% attack and defense. That's very good. Also, super class allies attack minus 10% and own attack plus 140%. Also, extreme class Realm of Gods category allies get 50% more defense. So some key things that come to mind. This guy's clearly made for SBR. He's going to dominate SBR, especially, what is it? Off the top of my head, is Potara? I think Potara is completely super class units across the board. So, like, he'll dominate that. Super class allies losing 10% attack is so minuscule. It was minuscule back when this guy was new. I think it was blown out of proportion, but nowadays it's really kind of like something that you don't really need to worry so much about because of the damage these units do nowadays, right? But it is a drawback. It's there to be a drawback regardless, right? And also, like, I guess super class allies on a rotation with him and AGL Zamasu could get pretty, you know, pretty weird. Anyways, that being said, though, other than that, though, speaking of AGL Zamasu, this guy is going to be very good in terms of shoring up some of the defensive deficiencies when it comes to the Zamasu overall. Oh, wrong button. Okay. He's going to be really good in terms of fixing up some of the deficiencies, like I was saying, for this guy here, because, you know, mitigation is cool. It's not good when you don't have any defense. So, yeah, that's always been the problem with this guy. Throughout all his forms, he just gets worse at tanking, even though that's a supreme amount of damage. So, overall, the Zamasu EZA is not, like, crazy, outlandishly, ridiculously most busted upgrade that you'll ever see on paper. But I think it's important for everybody to start gearing up for the upcoming EZA season of units, right? The next group of EZAs and so on and so forth, to not be the biggest upgrades overall. Like, they're going to be a lot of, like, this or, like, full power Frieza, because these units are already still pretty decent. They need minor tweaks, right? And this Zamasu is no different. So this is the team we're going to be using. This is a very starting rotation that we have here. We're taking on Boss Rush because it's a very similar in terms of, like, what we'll expect from this guy. Again, he'll do good in the Goku event in specific settings. He's a tech type. You know, tech types are really weird in the Goku event. They can easily get just destroyed, so it just kind of depends. But his defensive support is incredible. And this guy, coupled with Gowasu, coupled with STR Rose, and a theoretical AGL Rose EZA, sooner than you probably think, like, are going to be a really good setting for Realm of Gods in general, also helping out that AGL Zamasu like I talked about, and things like that. I do need to establish my rotations, so I'm going to go ahead and make a cut here just momentarily. But again, starting setup, we did have some support, some links and stuff like that. So anyways, we'll be right back everyone in just a moment. Okay, so here we go again, and this time around we have one of the desired rotations for this man, him alongside his AGL version. So let's see how things look statistically. Not bad. All right, so I want to see how the damage output is here for him. Now, obviously we don't have Big Bad. I want to try to get that at some point, so let's see if we can do that. We have enough of the relevant links and stuff, so let's go. All right. So 2.6, we can definitely do better than that. But again, the support that he has now is incredible too, especially because it also does increase allies' attack via super attack too, so things like that. So 2 million. By the way, we are using Unit Dokkan, so that's how we're playing, so you guys can check that out. Link is down below. Unit Dokkan and Trident. Shout out to Hydros. So there you go. There's a rotation with these three. Still no attack support. Also, stay tuned because I will be switching teams and offering a little bit more team diversity too in just a moment for you guys here in the video as well. So we get another transformation. My rotations are also finally pretty much established the way that I want them to be. So we'll be right back in just a moment. Okay, so I have a couple of things going on here. I have him linked with Rose, and I have him also in a position where he's linked with now the transformed AGL Zamasu. So what I want to do here is I'm still trying, obviously, to get access to Big Bad, right? But I wanted to switch out the Zamasus. The reason why is because I wanted to see how much of a difference getting something like that ally attack increase and then also the defense raise. They pretty much have the same mechanic. These top 2 units pretty much have the same stuff going on, which is a testament, honestly, to how good this guy is. Wait, hold on. These 2 units are very similar units, aren't they? They really are. That's a testament to how good STR Rose still is. Anyways, so I wanted to get that stuff going as well. So let's kind of like just try to play on that and see how that works out overall. I do get access to Godly Power in there, so I might as well just leave him here. Pretty much every link is activated here as well, so let's go. Doesn't matter if I get same colors. We're pretty much, you know, at max HP anyway, so I'll just do it. Hopefully we get hit with a super attack. Ideally, we get hit with a super attack. No? Okay. I didn't even realize he was going to heal in both spots there, but I should have. That's my mistake. All right, so hopefully we get an additional then. No additional. Okay. 2.76. We still haven't hit that crazy high offensive peak. Still haven't hit that yet. But when we get Supreme Kai of Time in that last spot, though, with Rose as well, we're going to be in a really good spot. Also, again, don't sleep on this guy. Shout out to the TEQ Zamasu art there from the Super Tech. Don't sleep on this guy because part of showing off TEQ Zamasu is also showing off AGL Zamasu. Again, they go hand in hand, so don't sleep on that either. All right, so we're going to go ahead, skip this part, and everything is completely how I want it from here on. Yosh! All right. So really hoping to get access to, you know, none other than Big Bad. But let's see if maybe we can, you know, get that going. I'm not crazy, right? I was gonna say I'm pretty positive they both have it, so. Yep, okay. Also, shout out to Supreme Kai of Time. Her awakening is very, very good, as you guys probably know. All right, so power is through the roof for the STR Rose as well. Of course you don't super him, huh? Okay. 3.2. We're getting really powerful. We are getting really powerful. But we can still get more out of him. 3.3 because the ally attack increase on super. We can still get more out of him. But I can't ever get low enough. But obviously we still have more to go. I think the next clip I'll show you guys is, I think the same rotation. No, actually, I'll switch it up. The next clip I'll show you guys will be Kid Buu, AGL Zamasu, TEQ Zamasu, but with Big Bad. That's what we'll do for the next clip. I don't know if it'll be against this guy, but I'm going to just pretty much force it, and we'll see what we can do. So I'll be again right back, and after that we'll switch out teams, and that'll pretty much be the end of it. So we'll be right back. I'm going to throw this in really quick as a bonus clip. Really quick, because this is a little sneak peek. It wasn't going to be in the video, but I said, you know, it's true. We'll throw it in, because he'll be really powerful. Please don't crit, by the way. Not going to wood. Don't do it! Don't do it. Oh, come on, stop! This is actually very good, though, the attack increase. I'll take it. Now, the attack increase, the way it calculates, it's not super great, so I shouldn't be going on my way to get it, but I want to. Okay, not bad. All right. We'll be back. Okay. I thought it was important to include this because, again, this is AGL Zamasu's tanking with double defense supports. He took about 54,000 from another cooler prior to that attack, by the way. So this rotation obviously will finally get me to where I need to be. But again, AGL Zamasu's defensive capability with this setup, pretty Big Bad. So let's see how much he takes here. Again, part of showing off the tech guy is also showing off how this guy works. And you see how much he improved there. So not bad. So we actually get a sneak peek of raw power pretty much here, by the way. Just Big Bad and stuff. So pretty nice. Pretty nice for this tech one here. Now, unfortunately, next to it, I am going to get the Dokkan attack. I wasn't able to pace it the right way with the exact rotation, Big Bad, everything I wanted, unfortunately. But it should still work out pretty well in general. Because obviously, Dokkan is nice to see. It's just inflated damage, so it's not really particularly that important, right? So we'll be right back. Okay, so this is going to be a very good rotation I closed the app so I can restart it to show you guys what's going on. So we're getting hit with the Super versus Rose. Yes, this is how far it's taken me. I've had quite a bit of difficulty getting all the conditions I want to get. So here's one of our best possible rotations. 3.7. Supported all that, big bad, all that. Pretty good. Pretty freaking good, man. Pretty much, again, our best possible rotations, and very excited about this guy's a 3 million. Jeez. Yeah, he's not even completely built up yet, so... You know, it's been quite a struggle getting the rotations, having the event last long enough because of the fact that obviously they're Dokkan events, they're not like particularly hard. So I'm just from here. I think from here I'm going to go ahead and switch it out because Kick was good enough, I think. So, anyways, we'll be right back with the next team. See you in a minute. All right, so for this portion, I opted to take this team. The reason why is because the stats are obviously going to hit a little bit more of a median here with a 150 across the board. We will play through this portion of it. I don't plan on completing the entirety of it. I do still obviously want to have the video kind of be streamlined and not be particularly long. And I felt like that last clip that you guys saw was good enough in terms of seeing the maximum offensive viability when it comes to the MERGED Zamasu. In fact, I think he's an incredible unit. I might have mentioned some of that earlier. But again, don't expect, like, even with the next upcoming EZA on Global, the Vegeta Blue Global first unit, don't expect to see like crazy outlandish on paper. What I mean by that is when you read the character on like Twitter or whatever, right? When you see the card, don't expect to see the most crazy outlandish passives anymore, just because we're getting to a territory where these units they need very minor tweaks to be good. Now, I don't have a problem with them producing broken units for the most part in the game, because it's a single-player game. None of that really matters in the long grand scheme of things, right? But they apparently care 95% of the time. So again, like I mentioned earlier, that's going to be the case. But I think in a lot of cases, you're able to really bring out the most in some of these other villain characters you're going to run alongside him. Now, obviously, he's meant literally, and this is because of the restriction, he's meant literally to be ran with other Rose units and stuff like that, Zamasu-centric units. That's why he has the Realm of Gods restriction on his passive. You're not really going to run anybody else and get any utility from that in terms of what he can do in terms of supporting defensively. Now, the attack support, obviously, I mentioned how it's calculated separately. It's a little bit different than what it's a little misleading, I guess. But it is still a thing that you can utilize and get some value from. But I think the biggest thing that I can't really quantify so much in the video is the attack debuffing from the passive. And especially when you have that and you have a unit like Rose who's doing something similar, or units that are able to debuff attack on super attacks, and you have a combination of characters that is incredibly potent for something like Super Battle Road specifically, and literally specifically that mode, because you can't really bring out some of those mechanics versus majority of the content of the game anymore. That is, right? You're not going to be able to always debuff versus Dokkan events or anything else. The Goku event, it varies, right? So SBR, though, that's the one place where stuff like that truly has value. And again, he is still going to be good in other content. I'm not relegating him specifically to that, but he was clearly made with that event in mind. Otherwise, he would be like some of the other units and have some sort of stacking mechanic, right? If he was meant to be on these more tedious stages, he would have a stacking mechanic. But it's, again, he's still going to be, regardless, good everywhere. I think he's an incredible unit. I think that I think he got exactly what he needed, and especially when you consider the package of the Zamasu-centric units. You can pull defense from other units like Zamasu and Buasu, STR Rose, and again, a theoretical AGL Rose would be really good if that guy starts offering attack and defense and stuff like that. Things are going to get really nutty really fast for this team. And we can see it kind of shift to more of a villain type team. I think the best attack per turn type centric team would always feature a lot of the hero guys anyway. You know who I'm talking about, those fusions and stuff like that. But there won't be anything wrong with running a villain team. So we're going to go ahead and transform here. We have pretty much everything we need. Oh, by the way, the reason I opted for this team, aside from the fact that it's going to be 150 across the board, which offers a little bit of a different look to the characters, is that a lot of the teams that this guy has access to are just samey. Like, they're the same team. Like, I can run some different stuff, but it's pretty much all the same characters. And also the same leader skill splits. So I didn't really want to I didn't really care. I just wanted to run this, and that's why I chose this in the grand scheme of things. We're going to go ahead and do that. Hopefully I get hit with a super or something in the front spot to maybe get Big Bad, but we do have access to Darkness Toa support in that last spot, which is obviously going to be helpful in terms of being able to bring out that full power for this turn. But we do have the vaunted double Zamasu setup, which is what we really... Oh, okay, well, never mind. I overlooked that. We're going to play through a couple more rounds to see if maybe we can potentially get Big Bad. But again, I showed you guys already the maximum. We do go ahead and get a fusion, or fusion, transformation. I'm so used to seeing this guy with the other one now after this video. And they're always fusing, right, with the AGL Zamasu. After this video, I've seen it so many times. All right, so we got double Rosé, double Defun. I'm going to leave them actually on rotation together because I want to float the Kai. It's funny because it doesn't really matter. Like, even if you don't get the links, I don't really care about that. But it doesn't really matter because they're self-sufficient. So I get everything I need in terms of being able to get a super attack anyway, which obviously is good for the defense stacking. So it's a win-win for me. I think that, though, in mentioning SBR, I think it's kind of interesting. If you have enough units that are buffing defense, also debuffing attack of the enemy, which is a crazy good combination, right? That's one thing that's important. I mentioned it. That's a really good combination. That 130 HP split doesn't look as bad. Like, I've mentioned a lot how I like that just because I like to have the overall tanking and taking less damage versus the overall bulk. And you can argue either way. But I really do like that split a lot more if I had more units that can do kind of what these guys are doing. So again, very impressed with this group of characters. Well, there's no opportunity at all to get hit in the front spot, so let's just go ahead and proceed. No opportunity whatsoever. We do have that 40% support here from Mai. Now let's go ahead and continue with the turn. Should be over 3 million. 2.8, okay. He has a very wide range of attack stats. Now, again, we're weaker offensively than we were in the beginning of the video because of the leader skill change. But he has a very wide range of stats. Big Bad would do that, though, so it makes sense. Let's see if Toa can take a hit. And that be enough. See if that's enough for us. I think next turn, though, will be our final turn. So I'm going to start asking you guys now. If you enjoyed this setup, let me know. I'm a little bit late today getting to working on this. So there are some things I wanted to implement. Like I want to do on the side of the screen where Krillin is activated links for the turn I'm trying to show off. I don't want to completely shift the style to where it's only me showing like stats for the unit and no actual gameplay, which is why the end portion of the video, I'm not doing any cuts. I'm just showing you more of the real world gameplay and not just that, right? I have an idea, right? I didn't do a formal like 2020 type of video talking about that. I might do that. Talking about the changes coming to the channel and some of the things I'm trying to implement this year and stuff like that. But I just want to kind of change up my Dokkan content and all of my content because, you know, I understand how it can get kind of stale for people and viewership hasn't really been so great over the last like couple of months for Dokkan specifically for me. So I want to obviously put in more work and try to fix that and change that. So yeah, because honestly it gets kind of a little bit from the YouTube side a little discouraging when I see that, hey, my Dokkan videos are not doing as good as they once did, and I want to obviously do what I can to fix that. So you guys have more incentive to come on and, you know, enjoy the content. I don't really have that problem with anything else I really do. It's just, I don't know. It's an old game, so it makes sense. I've been doing it for years, so it makes sense. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any criticisms, feedback, or whatever. I'm going to go ahead and wrap here, though. So anyways, thank you all for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed. Hit that thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video. If you want to see some more new stuff from me, Dokkan soundtrack should be clickable on screen. If you're not sure what that is, check it out. It's new, but it's an old but a new twist on something. Also some other stuff live on the screen, left and right hand side of the screen. Have an awesome day, and I'll catch all of you in the next one.